let me know if like anytime if you're not able to listen my voice, so just ping me in the chat so that I can focus. So okay, so we are already like wasted 4-5 minutes. So quickly moving to the slides. So I'm just skipping these initial slides. So basically, we are going to learn about few remaining concepts. Those you already saw in the thumbnail. So let's first start with the dynamic forms. So like dynamic forms is an important tool that is available in Salesforce that you need to know. So I'm going to give you a brief overview like how you can create dynamic forms. So it is somewhere related to page layouts, but this you can configure yourself while working with app like Lightning App Builder. Okay, so if I take you to here and like we are on accounts tab, and if I open any account record and if I go and edit the page, right? So I just clicked on this gear icon and I'm going to click on this edit page, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new tab, and there you will see I will be placing the fields. So basically, if you have page layout created and still you want to create a new dynamic form where you want to place particular fields, so here you can see we have this field section, right? If you see top left corner, so we have two options. One is showing components and another one is showing fields, right? So if you want to create a field section and there you want to place particular fields, so here what you can do, so we can see like three tabs are available, related details and news. So I'm going to create one more tab here, and this tab I'm going to label as custom label. So custom label I'm writing like dynamic forms demo, right? So here you can see this dynamic forms demo, this tab is created, and here we can add the component. So here I'm just dragging and dropping this field section, right? So here you can see this field section is created, and here we can add fields as per our requirement. So for example, I am just adding account owner here. Then if I search for name, so I can place account name. So account name I'm placing after the account owner. Then let's say I just want to place industry field here. I want to place type field here. So this way, like dynamically, I can place fields as per the requirement. So this is first section. And if I click on this section, so at right hand side, you can see I can relabel the section. So here I can write account information, and I can select like I need one column or two column, and I can also apply a filter like whenever this component will be visible, so we can apply the filters as well, right? Now after providing this label, you can see this label is available here, like section gone and account information is available. Now if you want to place one more section, so again you can drag and drop it, and you can see different section is available. Now for this section, again I'm labeling it as more account fields, and here you can see you can see this label is available, right? And here we again have two columns where we can add the fields. So here I'm going to add account source, annual revenue, then description, and employees, right? So this way, this dynamic form I created as per my requirement, right? Now, one more thing you can see, like if I click on particular field that I placed, so I see this UI behavior as well, like none will be like a field will be placed as is. If you want to make this field read only, you can choose this option. If you want to make field required, you can choose this option, right? So accordingly, you can just change the settings for this field when you are placing it on dynamic form, right? And one more thing, like if you click on particular field, so you can apply filters as well. So basis on this filter condition, your field will be visible on the UI. And now I'm just clicking on save so that this page will be saved. It is asking for activation, so I am activating it, and I will be activating it for a particular app. So I am assigning it to sales application. Clicking on next, next, and save. Okay, now I'm moving back. So whenever I will be opening any account record page, so here you can see this dynamic forms demo is available, and here you can see it is similar to our page layout. If I go to details, so in details we see these information. If I go here under dynamic forms demo tab, so here you can see two sections are available, and whatever fields we place, those are available here with the values. They are having values, whatever we provide values on the page layout, right? So this way you will be able to create dynamic forms. Okay. Now moving to next topic, that is object specific actions. And like while I am explaining these topics, if you have specific doubts, so just note it down. And when I will be completing all the topics, then you can ask those questions to me. I will be answering them. Okay, so now we need to understand like how we can create object specific actions. So here you might have noticed like whenever we open any record, so here we find these buttons, new contact, new case, new note. And if we click here, so lots of buttons are available here. So these are basically object specific actions. We call them quick actions as well. So you might be wondering like if we want to create these actions, so how we can do that. So now I'm going to show you like how you can create these actions. So for that, I'm going to take help of this exercise. So here you can see for day 15, you need to create dynamic form for both standard and custom object. So standard object, I already demoed you account, but if you want to create your own dynamic form for custom object, so you can go and practice it. Now for object specific action, there is a requirement like we need to create object specific action on class object, so that if we open any class record, so from that class record itself, if you want to click on a button, and through that button, if you want to create a student record, so that will happen, right? So now I'm going to move to class object. So object manager, here I'm just searching for class. So class object is opened, and here you can see this option is available. It is labeled as buttons, links, and actions. So I'm just clicking on this option, and if I go here top right corner, so here we have this option, new action. If you click on this new action, so it will allow you to create a new action. So here you can see these information are available. We need to select action type. So here you can see lots of action types are available. So it depends on the requirement. So here we have create a record, send email, log a call, custom visual force, update a record, lightning component, lightning web component, and flow. So the action which I'm creating, so through that action, you can perform these many operations, right? So right now I'm going to show you this first one, create a record, right? Target object is student as per the requirement. Now this student object is having record types as well. So here you can see record type option is available by default. If I select any other object, let's say I'm selecting STD class. So here you can see record type is gone because this STD class object is not having record type. But our requirement is student, so this record type option is available. This is having two record type, fresher and experienced. So I am selecting fresher. You can go through this help text as well. The record type for records or call logs created by this action. Then standard label type, so you can leave it because it is not required. Now here I am labeling it as new student. So the action which I'm going to create, its label will be new student. So whenever you open any class record, so on that class record, you will find a action that is labeled as new student. And if you click on that new student action, so you will be able to create fresher record type record. Okay. Rest of the things you can leave as is, and you can just click on save. So it is being saved and our action will be created. So let the page refresh and we will be able to see the action. Okay, before we see the action, so we need to like configure the page layout as well. Like whenever we will be clicking on that button, new student, so what fields you want to see. Okay, so specific fields, like few fields you can place. So I'm placing name, I'm placing age, I'm placing father name, I'm placing email. So these few fields I'm placing, right? If you want more fields to be placed, you can go ahead and you can place. And here you can see this icon is for remove, this is for properties. If you click, so from here you can select whether you want to make that field read only or required, right? So it is similar to page layout, but this page layout is specific for that action that we are creating. Okay, so it is having only 4 fields, and I'm just clicking on save. Now here you can see this action is created, and here we can see all the properties like label, we can see target object, we can see record type. If you want to edit the layout, like if you want to add or remove fields, so anytime you can edit it. And here you can see on which object it is being created, what will be the action type, relationship field is class, like class and student both are related objects, and with which field they are related, it is class. And here you can see we have one more option, like if you want to pre-populate few fields values, so you can do that. Like I just placed age field, and I am assuming like whenever student comes, so that student will be like, if we consider student is taking admission in college, so if there is a criteria like only 16 years above student can take part. So what I'm going to do, I'm selecting age and I am filling default age as default age as 16, right? And I'm saving it. So whenever I will be creating any student record through this action, so by default age will be populated as 16. And later on, if you want to modify, you can. So this way you can set predefined field values as well with this option. Now I am again clicking on button links and action. So here you can see the action which we created. So this is new student and it is for create a record, right? Now, after creation of this action, what we need to do, we need to go to page layout of class. We need to go to page layout of class object so that we can place that action and it will be available on the UI. So here you can see this option is available, mobile and lightning actions. So you just need to click on this. If you click on this, so here you can see this new student action is available, and you need to scroll down and here you see this option, Salesforce mobile and lightning experience actions. So just click on this link, override, and here you can just drag and drop this button in the beginning, right? New student. So this is important. After creation of that action, you need to place it under this layout and then click on save. Okay, so this way we modified this layout. Now if I go to the class, if I open any class record, okay, I need to search my application. So I'm going to open it. So I opened Sanjay Gupta Tech School application, and here I am having classes. I am opening Salesforce admin class. And here you can see that action is available, new student, right? If I click on this, so a form will appear and it is having only 4 fields, name, father name, age and email. And you can see age is pre-populated as 16. So here I am filling name like demo std101, right? So this student record will be created and I'm clicking on save. Okay, so here you can see this is the error. Now we need to fix it. Please populate entrance code. So entrance code is the required field and that field is not available on this layout. So what we need to do, we need to edit that and we need to place this field. So I'm going to button links in action and clicking on this action, and I'm going to click on this edit layout. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place that entrance core field, right? And I'm going to place relationship field as well, class, so that I can see the lookup field. Okay, I placed and saved it. So it is modified. Now I'm coming here and I'm refreshing the page. Okay, so because of that error, I hope you understood like how we can fix. So it is not reflecting, so I'm refreshing it again. So sometimes it happens when you modify the page layout, so changes won't be reflected immediately. Now you can see it is being reflected. So demo std101, and here we need to fill entrance core as well. And you can see this relationship field is pre-populated. It is already having Salesforce admin, which is like class, and that class will be having this new student in the related list. So I'm just clicking on save. Now this is saved and you can see new record is created. If I go to related list, so here I am able to see this. If I click on view all, so this is the last one which is created right now. If I click on it, I can find it on, I can find it under student tab as well. And you can see the record type. It is of fresher record type by default, right? So this way I demoed you like how we can create object specific actions. So this you can do for any object, but you need to make sure like if you are selecting create a record, so in that case there should be a relationship available between two objects. And if you want to create that action, if I click on this and select new action again, so you will see there are lots of options. So here we have lots of action types. So I just demoed create a record, and as per your requirement, you can select other options as well from this list, right? So this was object specific action. Now I'm going to demo you another option, that is global action. How we can create global actions. So in case of object specific action, the action that we created that will be available under each record of that specific object. This action is available under this particular object's individual records, right? Now our requirement is I don't want to open any tab, right? I don't want to open any tab. I just want to click here. So you see this plus icon. If you click on this plus icon, so here you will find all the global actions, right? So let's say you want to create new opportunities. So you don't need to go to opportunities tab. You just need to click on this plus, and here you will find this new opportunity option. And if you click, so a form will appear, and here, like without moving to opportunities tab, you can see opportunity tab is not visible on this application. Still here, this opportunities form is available. And if I fill all these information, so if I click on save, so opportunity will be created. So let's say I'm creating it as test 201 and I'm filling all the required fields and clicking on save. So you can see opportunity is created. If I click on this, so you can see the opportunity is created, right? So this is because of this global action. Now, if you want to create new student, record through this global action, so how we can do that? So here you can see requirement is also mentioned. So number 2, I already demoed. Now after the session, it will be your responsibility to complete this. If you get stuck, you can just see the recording. Next is create a global action to create student record. So if you want to create global action, so here under setup, you can just search for actions or maybe global action. So here you will see two options. global actions and publisher layouts. So global action will give you the opportunity so that you can create a global action. Now, if you want to place that action on that plus icon, under that plus icon, so that you will see that global action. So for that, you will go to publisher layout, right? So I'm just clicking on global action first so that we can create our action. So these are the global actions which are already created. Now I'm going to click on this new action and a form will appear. So here you can see it is similar to object specific action. So on global action, we can place all these options. So I'm selecting create a record. Target object, I'm going to select student. Record time, I'm selecting fresher. Label, I'm setting as new student. It can be different from object specific action as well, like new student or new fresher, anything you can write as per the requirement. So I'm picking new student as of now and clicking on save. Now you can see as I created action, so it is asking to configure the layout. So I am just placing name, age, then entrance score. Okay, then I'm okay. So these three fields I placed. Then at right hand side I am placing owner, weekdays, right? So these fields I am placing on this layout and I'm clicking on save. Okay, so this way this layout is created. If you want to set any predefined value, so you can do it in the same way we did with object specific action. So here I am not going to demo that and click on back. So if you again click on this quick actions, you will find your newly created action here. So it is new student created, right? All the information is available here. Label, API name, target object and type, right? So once you create your action and configure the page layout, so you just need to click on back, or maybe you can just search for global action again and you can click on global actions and you will find it in the list. But right now, if I click on this plus, so my action is not available here. To make that action available in this list, you need to click on this publisher layout. So just click on this publisher layout. Here you will find this global layout. So you need to click on edit. And here you will find two options. You need to select the second one, mobile and lightning action. And here you can see new student is available. And you need to place it under this Salesforce mobile and lightning experience action. So what I'm going to do, I'm just dragging this new student action and placing it in the beginning. If you want to place it in the middle or wherever you want, you can do. I'm placing it in the beginning so that it will be available as first option, right? Now I'm just clicking on save. So it is saved. This global layout is saved. And if I click on this plus, still it is not available. So what I need to do, I need to click on refresh. So page is being refreshed and here I'm going to click on plus. So you can see this new student option is available, right? And if I click on this new student, a form will appear and this time I placed 5 fields, so they are available. And let's say I'm filling dummy information, right? Weekdays is basically dependent pick list, so you just need to place that controlling and dependent pick list both. That's why it is right now I'm not able to fill it and I'm just clicking on save. So you can see student record is created and we are on setup. Still we are able to create the student record number 11. Right? If I go to students tab, so I will be able to find that. Here it is, number 11. So here you can see all the information is available. So this way, I hope you understood. If you want to create any global action, so how you can do. And if you are on any application, if you click on this plus, so all your actions will be available. So here I need to refresh this page so that changes will be reflected. So I am clicking on plus and you can see new student option is available, right? So this way, I hope you understood how we can create global action, and it is very useful tool, and in projects we generally use it. So next, I'm going to demo cross object formula field, right? So this I will be explaining in the project as well, but few folks asked like, can you please explain cross object formula field? So that's why I'm going to demo it in this session. So we have a requirement, and with the help of that requirement, I'm going to demo this. So here you can see we have requirement like create a cross object formula field on student object to have duration field value on class record, of class record on student record. So basically class is parent and student is child. If we see here, so you can see this is the student and class is parent for this, right? So let me open any class record, Salesforce admin, and here we have related students. So class is parent, class is parent, and on class record we have this duration, which is text field, right? And the requirement is this duration I want to populate on the student record. On each student record, a duration will be available, and that I need to fetch from that class. So this is cross object. You can have it you can have this cross object formula for 3 labels as well. Like you have child, then its parent, and then parent's parent is also available. So in that case, you will be having 3 objects. And let's suppose you are on the child object, like third one, and you want to fetch the data of first parent through second one. So that is also possible. That we'll be seeing in the project, 3 level. Right now, I'm going to show you 2 level access through cross object formula. So formula field we will be creating on the student, and that formula will be fetching information of the class, right? So I'm moving to object manager and searching for student object. And from here, I'm selecting student object. Then I'm on fields and relationships. Here I'm going to create new field of formula type. So from here, I'm clicking on next. So label will be duration, and it will be of type text. Then I'm clicking on next. Okay, so here I need to create the formula. So I am on student object and I want class duration. So I'm clicking on insert field. So here you can see all the field information is available. Those are related to student, and here we have class twice. So this class will give you the name of the class. But if you click on the second one, here we have this little arrow greater than sign. It means this is lookup, and through this class you can see the class fields, and we need course duration. I clicked on insert, and here you can see it is available with class underscore underscore r. R means it is a relationship, and we want course duration. So if we select particular class on student record, so if that class is having course duration populated, so that will come on student as well through this formula. Right, so now I'm going to click on next. Visible to all the profiles, clicking on next and save. Right, so field is created. Now I am moving here and I'm going to open a student record. So on student record here, you can see duration field is available and it is having 2 months by default. And this 2 months is populated through its related class, that is Salesforce admin. So if I open Salesforce admin record, here you can see class duration is 2 months. Now I'm going to edit it and updating it to 3 months. So all the child student records will be having class as class duration will be, okay, I need to refresh it. So here you can see duration is updated to 3 months automatically. So this way I used cross object formula. Like I'm on student object, but I'm fetching the information from its parent, right? So this way you can create cross object formula field, and this I will be demonstrating in the project as well. Then we have related list single. So this is also an interesting component that you can place. So let's understand the requirement. So requirement says like if you open any student record, so student can be related to particular class, and one class can have many student records related because class is on parent side and student is on child side. So if one class is having, for example, 5 students, and if I open any student record and on that student record I want to see the classmates, right now it is not possible. If I show you the demo, so if you open any student record, so you can see its related class, the parent record, but you are not able to see all the students which are related to this class on this record. That you can see by going on to the class under the related list. So this class is having 4 students. Now my requirement is, if I open any student record, so I want to see all the remaining student record information on that student record itself. Let's say if I open student 1, so I need to see 7, 8 and 10 on that student record. Like these are the classmates of student 1. If I open number 7, so I need to see number 1, 8 and 10 as a classmate for that student, right? So this can be done through related list single. So I'm opening student record, and on student record, I'm clicking on this gear icon and clicking on edit page. So Lightning app builder is being opened, and here I need to place that component, right? So here I'm going to search for related list single. So here you can see this is the component. It is standard component, and this I'm going to place here above activity and chatter. So this is basically related list single. And if I place it, so on top right corner, you can see a few parameters are available. So from here, I am selecting parent record. So parent record will be class. And from parent record, I'm going to select students related list, right? So here you can see these information are available, right? Automatically. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. So changes are saved, and I am moving. Okay, I am going to activate it as well. So I just clicked on activation, and I'm making it app default. Okay, it is already app default for this application, Sanjay Gupta Tech School. I am just closing it and moving back. If it is not already app default, so you can just make it. Now here you can see I am on student 1, and on student 1 I can see the siblings, or you can say classmates, number 7, 8, and those are related to this class, Salesforce admin. If I click on view all, so I will be able to see all the records 1, 7, 8 and 10, right? If I go back, so here you can see like this related list is showing 3 records, but if you click on view all, you will be able to see all the records, right? So you are on child record, and all other childs which are sibling or classmates for the student, those are related to same parent. Those information you can see here with the help of related list single. So I hope this information is fruitful for you. Now, another tool is like how we can install extensions. So I'm going to give you brief idea about Salesforce Inspector extension. So in my system or in my browser, this is already available. Here you can see this is like button. So if I zoom, so this small icon is available. It is Salesforce Inspector, and this is an extension. So through this extension, I can see lots of information. Like if I don't want to go to Object Manager and I want to see all the data related to this particular record, so I can see click on all data, and you can see all field API names, field labels, field type, and values are listed over here. If I scroll down, other informations are also available, and I can search as well. If I want to search age, so age information will be searched. Right, and here you can see student __ C is the API of this object, then auto number value, and this is the this record ID, unique ID. And here you can see fields information, then relations. So what you can do if you install the Salesforce Inspector extension, so you can go above and beyond, and you can like do lots of things. You can explore particular record information. And here we have these buttons like edit, delete, clone, export, more, right? These options are available, so these you can configure, right, as per the requirement. Okay, so I'm just refreshing this page. So now you might be thinking like how we can install this inspector in our browser as well. So you just need to open the new tab. So I'm just demoing it for Google Chrome. So just search for Salesforce Inspector Chrome extension, right? This extension will be available if you click on it. So this UI will be available. So in my browser, it is already added. So I'm seeing remove from Chrome. In your case, you will be seeing add to Chrome. So just click on that button, it will be added. And when you will refresh your org, so you will see this kind of button for inspector, right? So it will be helpful for you. So just add it to Chrome and explore it later, and you can use it in your projects as well. Okay. Now, last topic is App Exchange. So basically, first we need to understand it theoretically, and then I will demo you like how you can utilize the features of App Exchange. So basically, it is an online marketplace for Salesforce apps, components, and consulting services. Developers or consultants can use it as a gateway for connecting with customers to provide their business solutions. Salesforce admins or users can find tools to improve their company's productivity. So it is similar to Play Store that we use on Android and like App Store on iPhone. So App Exchange is basically a marketplace provided by Salesforce, where you can find various application components and consulting services. Right? So how does App Exchange works? So primary marketing tool for promoting apps and components. Let's say you have created any application and you want to sell it, you want to market it. So you can just do it at App Exchange. Right? So it is another way to promoting your applications. And if you want to download any pre-built solution in form of application, so that you can search on App Exchange. So in listing, one can describe solution, pricing, support, and other details. So you will find paid and free applications on App Exchange. Can also upload videos, white paper, and other content to help customers understand the app or component. App Exchange categorizes the listing into two various business areas like sales, marketing, or analytics. So there are various categories available. Anyone can browse listing and test apps or components, need download packages, permissions to install app or components. To create a package and upload it to partner community, one must have create package and upload package permissions. So these are some requirement before creating package and uploading them. To create and publish a listing, one must have the manage listing permission, right? So these are some brief information related to app actions that you need to know. And if I take you here, so I already provided this link. So if you click on this link, new tab will be opened, and here you will see app exchange. Right, so this is app exchange. Here you can search any app. So just go and explore this uh, webs like this domain, and here you will find lots of information that might be helpful for you. And if you find any package and if you want to install that package in your org, that is also possible. Right, so this is all about different topics in this session, and with this session all the admin related concepts are completed. So total 15 sessions I took to cover all the admin related concepts, and next week I will be covering end to end admin project that will be based on recruitment app, and we will be implementing that together. So I will be implementing that application in my system, and you will be you may be follow me in the live session if you want. Otherwise you can watch in the live session, and after the session you can just implement that application at your own, right? So now if you have any query you can ask, otherwise I'm going to answer the questions which are already there. Simi is asking in dynamic form if I'm creating dynamic form. So Simi, there will be two options. First is if you are keeping page layout, so you can create dynamic form for specific fields. But if you are placing dynamic form, in that case you can just remove that page layout and you can use the dynamic form functionality. And you can choose any one, either page layout or form. And I think Ashish, I already answered your question. Dharini, in global action, like I created global action for custom object only student, so it will be visible. Uh, Ashish, for admin role, I think this Salesforce inspector is fruitful. And in between the session, if we need any other extensions, I will let you know. Ram, thank you for following my sessions. So admin sessions are completed. Total 15 sessions are there, and all those session links you will find in a Excel sheet. And link of that Excel sheet is available in the description of this video. Sudhir, thank you for appreciating. Roshan, this topic I won't be covering. That you can explore yourself. Thank you, Simi. Yeah, Ram, day one is basically introductory session and it is removed. So I will be re-recording. Actually, there is some guidelines that is violating. So I will be re-recording and will provide you this weekend. Ashish, yeah, these 15 videos are enough to go for admin interview, but I would prefer go through project as well as flow sessions. Then I think you will be having enough knowledge about Salesforce admin. Sudhir, yes, for related list, we have separate tab. So dynamic form will be available in separate tab and related list will be available in separate tab. So we can have them together. Yes, Ram, I already told you I will be providing that video soon. So you can, that is just introduction to Salesforce. So I think you already know how to set up org. So you can start from day two as well. No problem. Day one is independent. It is not connected with any other session. Escalation rule is basically part of Service Cloud. So when I will be taking sessions on Service Cloud, then I will be able to explain escalation rules. Simi, if you created a global action for student object, make sure you add it to publisher layout. If you add that action to publisher layout, then only you will be able to see it. So Srivali, for those permissions, I think you need to purchase the licenses. So I just gave you introduction about App Exchange. Now you need to explore it yourself. This account team is also related to Sales Cloud, so I'm not covering this topic in this bootcamp. Yes, Bishal, screen flow, record triggered flow comes under admin. So I can see some questions are like related to approval request. Sujit, I'm not getting your question. I think you can ask this question separately, maybe on LinkedIn or Telegram. Okay, Simi, so ask your query in the Telegram group. I think people will be practicing the task which are mentioned for this session, and then you can discuss. Varun, yes, certifications helps to get the jobs. Yeah, Bishal, resume preparation will be done after all the sessions, like after development sessions. Yes, Mehul, just keep on trying to get a job as a fresher on Salesforce admin role. I cannot say like surely you will get, but if you try, you will be. Okay, Simi. So if you are trying to create global action, so what you need to do, click on global action, search for global action, then click on new. Then you need to select create a record option. And then from list, you will be able to see student object. Girinath, yes, I will be explaining flows next to next week. Shubhash, no, Visual Force is like outdated. It is related to Classic. So instead, you can learn LWC and Aura. Yes, Roshan, I will be sharing flow practice PDF as well. Yes, Aparna, after that project next week, I can schedule a session like how to prepare for admin, app builder, and associate certification. So Mary, like in related list, all the records will be available. If you click on view all, then you will see all the records. Thank you, Sidem, for appreciating for my efforts. So thank you for appreciating efforts. Simi, so maybe like you can connect me separately to discuss this issue. Yes, Umka, when we have record types on particular objects, so you need to select particular record type from that pick list. Okay, guys. So I think I answered all the questions for from today's session. It was very easy. Like I just guided very easy concepts because those were pending. So this is the end of admin related sessions, and like next week I will be scheduling sessions for end-to-end projects. So please do join those sessions, and I will be sharing the document and will provide that link in the exercise sheet as well. Thank you, everyone. See you Monday.